Attention spans are shrinking, but is short form content always the answer? Now, in today's episode of Content Catalyst, we're going to look at long form content versus short form content and which one drives better results. Hey, before we jump in, I want to invite you along to my free video challenge to create a sales video that converts. If you would like to learn how to script, plan, film using your phone and edit using free software, then join me for the Content Catalyst video challenge. This free coaching week, we are going to go in and learn all the skills and techniques to create a sales video that converts so you can upload it to your website, your social media, or Facebook ads. All right, let's jump into the episode. Now, before we look at the pros and cons of long form content versus short form content, let's define what that actually is. So long form content is marketing material that essentially stays around for a lot longer, has a longer shelf life, but it's also longer to consume. So think about a video that goes for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes versus say a 30-second reel on Instagram. That's long form content. Other forms include a blog, a podcast, articles, booklets. These are all forms of long form content. Now, short form content is exactly that. It's shorter to consume and it also has a shorter shelf life. So think about a TikTok video, an Instagram reel, a Facebook post. They're all forms of short form content. So which one is better and which is right for your business? So if we look at the 5 pros versus the 5 cons of long form content, number 1, discoverability. So for me, I love long form content because it enhances our discoverability. So search engines love it. So if you go over to Google, and especially with the OpenAI programs like ChatGPT and Perplexity AI, these programs or these search engines are scraping the internet to provide answers to the people looking up questions. So if you have long form content, because it's longer in format, what it means is that you're likely to have more information about the topic and the service that you offer. So it enables the search engines to scrape the videos or the podcasts or the blogs to look for those keywords that answers the questions that people are asking. So this is one of the biggest reasons why long form content is so helpful for our business growth. Number 2 is the long shelf life. I can go onto YouTube and I can look up a topic and YouTube will still serve up videos from 2, 3, 4 years ago. And if you're earning ad revenue from those ads, it means that you're going to continue to earn money every time the video comes up and somebody searches that topic. So it's important to think about your long form content because it does have a longer shelf life. Now, one of the things when I am searching up, I use Perplexity AI and I use it every day. I love Perplexity. I know a lot of people use ChatGPT, but why I love Perplexity is because it doesn't just search one thing. It searches the whole internet. I've got the pro version, so it includes ChatGPT 4, it includes Claude. And what Perplexity does, and it's great especially also, is that if you need academic information, so if you're in the healthcare industry, for example, it's going to actually pull sources from academic records as well, and it cites the information, which I love. But coming back to the long shelf life of things, when I go in and I'm searching for information and I say, right, give me the pros and cons of, this camera versus that camera. The first thing it's going to do is look through the internet and it delivers me videos first. And that's generally because we have a lot more information on YouTube and when we're doing talking head videos. And that's one of the things why I love talking head videos is because not only does it help to build your personal brand, but it also helps to build your expertise and it helps to showcase all of the topics, the questions that people are asking in those keywords, in those transcriptions. So that is why having content such as like YouTube videos or blogs are really potent because it helps to, and it stays around for a lot longer. So you have more of a chance of, that information being discovered by people asking those questions, but it will stay around for a lot longer as opposed to a 30-second reel, which is done and dusted within 24 hours. So The other thing I love about long form content, number 3, is it helps people to get to know you. So if you wanna elevate your expertise and position yourself as a thought leader, then having long form content is a great way to do this. So for example, if I am creating this video and I'm sharing 5 reasons why I love long form content, and you're wondering, "Should I do this or this?" Hopefully this information is gonna be helpful to understand the 5 reasons why I love, long form content, and that is to help people to get to know you. People can go deeper with you when they are invested in listening to a conversation. So if I have a 30-second reel, or even say a 7, because this is really common on Instagram, right? Is that I can put up a 7-second reel of, just a bit of B-roll, or even, just a post, and it might get, thousands of people watching it. The reach is really good, but there's no investment into diving deep into that topic and getting to know who I am, especially if you're doing faceless content as well. When you do long form content, people actually get to spend some more time with you and they go deeper on a topic. So, therefore, they're more invested. I would much rather have 30 people listen to my podcast than have 5,000 people scroll on and watch a 5-second reel that added no value to my business, because those 30 people are my ideal audience and they've actually invested the time to listen to my podcast, for example. So it definitely helps to people to get to know you and build that community, which is really important. And then that brings us to number 4, which is that higher conversion rate. So when somebody has, dived deep into a topic with you, they've read your blog, and they've watched a YouTube video, and they've listened to your podcast, they've spent quality time with you, which helps to build that trust. And then it helps to build that loyalty and engagement, community, and then conversion. So I know that when people have bought my Content Catalyst Blueprint recently, which is one of my one-to-one programs, that they've said that they've heard me on a podcast having a conversation about this topic. So I know that I'm seeing results from this long-form content. Now, when you are writing blogs, for example, I do recommend writing those blogs in an opinion piece, because again, there's so much chat GPT information out there and you can see it. When I see those words of ignite and I don't know, just be aware that when you are writing blogs, that especially journalists, if they want to interview you and things, they're looking for opinion pieces on a topic. So I highly recommend to think about, writing your blogs in that opinion, op-ed style of conversation. All right. So number 5 is reason why I love long form content is the efficiency to reach more people. And here's the thing: if I create this one hero video a week, I can take that one hero video and I can then distribute that information across 20 different content marketing pieces. I can distribute that across multiple different platforms. So I can take this one video that I'm doing with you now and I can upload that onto YouTube, the world's second largest search engine. I can then put this information, this audio clip onto my podcast. I can then write a blog about this one topic as well. And then I can create short clips from this one video, and then I can write posts and all the things. So it's really easy to hit those touch points across multiple platforms, which again helps me to create content efficiently, but it also helps to amplify my message of what I'm talking about. Now, if you listen to Google's 7-11-4 rule, is that people need to consume 7 hours of my content when they're researching to buy something. And that's the modern buyer journey, to turn a stranger into buyers. They need to be consuming, up to 7 hours of content across multiple locations, and that's 11 different touch points. So think about that, of why you can invest time wisely into long form content. Now, they're the 5 pros. And what I do recommend is, when you are creating long form content, is to create content that answers people's specific questions. Okay, so when you do that, this is what people are typing into Google. This is what they're typing into the search engines, into OpenAI, to find the answers. And if you can answer those questions that they're asking, then you are likely to rank higher and come up in those searches as well. So let's look at the cons of why long form content isn't so great. So, well, first of all, it might not actually suit your business model. Now, if you want to be a full-time content creator or an influencer, or your topic isn't complex enough, then maybe long-form content isn't for you. And I think about there's one lady that I follow, and I did a workshop. I met her at a workshop, and she's got this great program, a product called Strapsicle. And I was thinking about her today, and because I was like, who would long form content not be for? And I thought about her, and I'm like, because she's doing great things with short form social media at the moment. She's going viral with this product. And I look at loose content, and she's doing great reels, and she's doing great TikToks and things. But if I look at the type of content, she's demonstrating it in her short form content. However, if I was her, because Kindles are made for reading, I would be looking at her doing a book club as such and doing long form content on that. To me, that is where you would get the benefit of long form content. But I digress. We're talking about the cons of long form content. So it may not be for everyone. Again, if you want to be an influencer and you want to have 1 million followers, then long form content may not be for you. Again, people have got short attention spans. So if you have a topic or a product or a service that is designed for people with short attention spans, then it may not be right for you. It does take longer to produce as well. Like, make no mistake about it, as far as, when I do this one hero video, this long form video, it takes me time to research it, because the magic is in the research, and then it takes me time to record it and edit it, and then also push it out to multiple platforms, where in comparison to Instagram, I can go up, press go, and in 30 seconds I've got a reel out, I've got a live out, or I've got a story out. So it does take longer to produce if you want to do quality long form content. And look, I mean, at the end of the day, everything's shorter and easier now with AI, that's for sure. Let's look at some pros with short form content. Yes, you can get massive reach, and I'm not here like bagging out social media and short form content by no by any means. It certainly has its place, and I've seen so many creators go viral, and their businesses have exploded from short form media, from short form content such as social media. And the thing about that is it's knowing the balance. I think if you're feeling burnt out from social media and short form content, then that's something to assess. But if you're getting great reach and you're getting a lot of leads out of your social media videos, then go for it. It is easier to produce. 100%. It's a lot more mobile friendly. People are more likely to doom scroll on their mobile than sit on a computer and doom scroll. It's easier to get ads to your Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and even LinkedIn ads and TikTok ads these days. So it is easier to run an ad and reach a large audience with short form social media, for example. It's great when you are building brand and creating that curiosity. For me, the first last year of my business, I have focused on Instagram as my platform first, and building a following and a community over there. But now I'm at the point of I'm going all in on long form content, because I want to increase my expertise, like demonstrate my expertise and my thought leadership, and position myself in a different way. So for me, I have a different strategy. But if you are wanting to get your business up and start somewhere and reach a lot of people, or go viral and become an influencer, then short form content is great. Cons, what I'm not so keen about. It's not great for ranking our business. Now, granted, when I go to Google these days, Instagram videos are definitely showing up. But if you are just posting up a Instagram, the Canva tile, and you can push out 30 Canva tiles out on Facebook or Instagram and go, yay, my content's done for the month. I'm just going to let you know that it's not great for ranking your website. You won't get backlinks from that content. Now, backlinks is where other people have put your website on their website. And look, I'm going to do a whole episode on backlinks separately. But what it means is it doesn't help you come up in search engines. It doesn't help come up with ranking of your website. It doesn't help position you as authority. It doesn't help, elaborate and provide in-depth information to those search engines. Now, as I mentioned before, long form content can take some time to produce. However, I could easily waste 3 hours on making a reel. Like, I will get in there and I'll think, I want to do a fancy reel, and I get into the editing and I want to do some more fancy editing. I can easily lose 3 hours making a reel that lasts for 30 seconds and it's done and dusted within 24 hours. Or I could spend that 3 hours, make one hero video and distribute it across 20 pieces of content. And that's why I'm choosing that option now. And it can get really exhausting coming up with ideas all the time of going, what am I going to create today to get the attention of people? And honestly, at the moment, I feel like I'm feeding the Instagram poker machine algorithm. It's always about feeding the beast, feeding the beast, feeding the beast. How can I be more entertaining? It's a monkey, doing the dance tricks all the time. And quite frankly, I'm a little bit over it. And that's why my strategy has changed. I don't know about you, but this is why people burn out on social media, is because of this reason. So it's important to have a think about that balance between long form and shorter form content. And then, of course, the other con of short form content is the shorter shelf life. You can put in all that effort to creating a reel and it's done and dusted, and people have moved on to the next, 7-second reel. So here's the thing. Is it quality or is it quantity? Is it long form or is it short form? Or is it both? I want to say it's both. I think at the end of the day, for me, it is about utilizing what's in front of us. And social media, make no mistake about it, can really catapult our businesses. And I've been part of it. I've helped other businesses do it, and I do it for myself. However, the thing about it is that when you get to a certain point that you feel like you're on the merry-go-round of feeding the beast, of, here, have another reel. Oh, I'm just going to make another Canva tile to post on Facebook, and you're sick of that and you want to go deeper with your audience and leverage your credibility. But not only that, if you actually want to get to the point where you're making content efficiently and then amplify it across all the different platforms, then I highly recommend considering long form content as your strategy first, and then be able to take that information and repurpose it across the other platforms, including short form social media. Now, this is the reason why I created the Content Catalyst Blueprint, was because I was experiencing this and I was seeing all of my other clients and members struggle with the same thing. Now, if you are also like this, one of the things that I created with the Content Catalyst Blueprint is it's basically to help you get a content marketing strategy so you work smarter, not harder, so you're working efficiently and you have quality content that these search engines are looking for. Because when we do that, we theme our content, we amplify our content, we have longer lasting content. We're not burning out making, churning through, having to make all the content. Now, that's not to say that I'm going to be creating long-form content and going first on YouTube and then distributing that out across all the other platforms. I'm not saying that I'm not going to be making entertaining reels on social media, but I feel like now I've got this workflow that is a checklist that I'm making this content and I have more bandwidth to come up with a couple of funny reels a week on top of my short clips of my repurposed content. I feel like I've got more purpose and more direction now with my content. And that was the reason why I created this Content Catalyst Blueprint, to help other people as well not burn out, reach more people, have longer shelf life with their content, answer specific questions, elevate their expertise, and also build their personal brand. And yeah, it's as simple as that. I think that's my biggest thing of helping businesses to do that, because if you want to be a full-time content creator, you can easily do that. And short form content is definitely the answer. I mean, I look at the potential of what, TikTok has changed businesses with. I look at the Instagram, businesses have become famous and, like I said, catapulted from short form content. But the magic will always start with long form content. I can take one hero video, one long form video, I can put that on my website via YouTube. I can then take that blog, it sits on my website. My podcast sits on my website. I can send out an email and let all those people know that I have 3 forms of long form content sitting on my website, which helps my ranking. So that is the reason why, for me, long form content outweighs short form content as my platform first. And if you want to get the checklist, if you want to go and get a marketing strategy, a content marketing strategy that helps you do that, then check out Content Catalyst Blueprint, because it's designed for businesses like us that want to have conversations and build community with our audience and convert those audience into customers. So that's all from me. I hope this episode has been helpful. And if you did get value out of it, please share it with someone else. But I thank you so much for listening. And until the next episode of Content Catalyst, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.